Coach told us he was trying to get a timeout there at the end. Just how did how did that sequence play out for you in those last 3.8 seconds?
It was funny. I usually look over at Coach to see like what he wants. So we get into our little ladder drill and ladder play, and he's like mouthing something to me, and I didn't know what it was. And so in my head, I said, "Oh, he wants me to shoot the ball, so I'm gonna shoot the ball." But he was really trying to say, if I catch it and I pass it up or I dribble it up, call a timeout. So right when I got the ball and I seen Z was denied, I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm shooting this." So I was just feeling good. I felt like I was gonna hit the shot, and that's what happened.
It looked like you weren't in that much of a hurry. How did you not look rushed?
It's funny because after every shoot around, JG knows this. After every shoot around, I'll get Felix, and at the end, I'll just have him guard me from like where I shot the ball. And so I usually, miss or I'll make it on Felix. But today, I just imagined Felix was in front of me and I hit the shot. So.
Guys, for both of you, when you're in a game like that where just for so much of the game it feels like it's just one of those tough days where shots that you want aren't going in, calls that you want you're not getting, staying behind, the other team's making plays, how much does it mean to kind of hold on to something like that for so long and then come back and win
the game? It's an amazing feeling, throughout the whole game. We knew what we were getting into. We knew that was going to come down to a one-possession game, especially games like this. It's March, as we know, and crazy things happen in March. But we knew it was going to be a tough fought, and just being able to stay the course and stay with our goals and making quick adjustments throughout the game is what we do. So just being able to, figure it out on the way, like on quick timing is what we are really good at.
Jahmai on Monday, Rod said that he's seen all the Twitter chatter about fans saying that the lineup is better when you're not in it, and he called that stupid. What kind of feeling was that today to silence the noise when it comes to those kinds of things?
They said that? No, I'm fine. Nah, of course I hear everything. I'm like I said all the time. I'm still a guy that goes on social media sometimes, and the main thing for me is I really want to put everything I can into impressing and trying to win over and trying to make Tennessee fans happy. And I know that majority of them appreciate what I do and appreciate how hard I play. And it's something that I feel like I've said this a lot, and other people say it. It's something that goes beyond analytics, something that goes beyond the stat sheet. Those extra possessions are plays that I always make, and I think it's a big thing for guys to see that. For guys to trust their eyes and to not just trust analytics all the time, because you can find whatever stat you want in order to have your opinion on it. And I think that's the main thing that goes into analytics. But they know who I am. They know how hard I play. They know what I do to create other possessions, create shots for others, create shots for myself. I've always thought of myself as a culture changer and a culture enhancer. And ever since I came here, I feel like I've enhanced the culture into something even better. And that's something that I feel like I've been able to do ever since I was young to high school to now. And I want to be able to continue to do the rest of my career.
Jahmai, you mentioned stealing extra possessions. We'll walk us through that offensive rebound on Chaz's free throw, and how did you kind of calm yourself down before those free throws?
It's definitely one of those things that I feel like, when you're a regular fan of basketball, everybody loves the 6-point run that a guy goes on when they hit a step back jumper or they hit a fadeaway three, or runs they go on by themselves when this comes to scoring the ball. How I am is I'm gonna get extra possessions and go on a run with getting that offensive foul on them, hitting 2 free throws, getting a tie up, getting a 5-second call, coming down and hitting the shot. Those are the type of things that I feel like I do, and getting those extra possessions on how I create movement and how I create runs for our team. And like we were talking about, I think those are possessions that go overlooked. But I told myself that it's a shot I practice all the time. I practice free throws every day, and now I'm a confident shooter. I'm a confident player, and I'm gonna knock them down. So it was, it's practice.
Reese, Emily, David.
Jahmai, quick two-parter. The rebound, what did you do to grab that board in a situation where you're being pinched?
Well, when it got up, usually you're talking about the Chaz free throw.
Yes.
Yeah. Usually, Chaz on the free throw line, you feel like he's gonna make it. But I decided to go in. I know that I'm a hard guy to box out. I feel like nobody plays harder than me. So right when I got in and I jumped up to try and get the ball and he kind of hit me underneath, I knew that I didn't think they were going to call the foul, but I knew it was a foul. But when they did, I was hyped up for it, because that's the type of stuff that I feel like other people don't look at, and that's how you win games, is those extra possessions. If you ask any coach, you ask anybody that really knows basketball, that possession I feel like was the biggest key in the game, because it gave us another opportunity to score 2 points, which I was able to do at the free throw line.
The second part on the free throw, the second one, you took it big deep left. What was it going in?
I've definitely, something I've been doing is self-talk. It's something that I started doing probably like a couple weeks ago, is really breathing in and telling myself that I am a great shooter, I am confident, I am whatever I need to be at that moment. And I told myself that I'm a great free throw shooter, and that's what the results were. So just kind of breathing in, calming myself down. I'm a very energetic player. I'm very amped up, but really relaxing, taking in the moment, and just doing what I practice all the time.
Jahmai, before that last play happened, Rick said he had other coaches in his ear saying pretty much like, do you want to go big for this last play? He said, no, I want Shaq out there on the floor. What does that mean to just have your coach have so much faith and belief in you to make that shot?
He knows I'm going to do whatever I can to win this game. He knows that through experience that I've been put in a lot of positions to win games, whether that's playing different positions, whether that's guarding different guys, whether that's being in a different role. I feel like he knows that I'm going to be able to figure it out. And I think at that time I was. It was times where I was playing the floor and they had big lineups in where I had to rebound, and that was my main focus. With me, it doesn't matter what it is. I'm going to figure it out, and I'm going to figure out a way to win. I think that just comes with the competitive drive of who I am. Like I said, I feel like I'm the best defensive player in the country. I feel like I'm the National Defensive Player of the Year, and that's what I've hung my hat on this whole year, and I feel like I'm the best at that. So he knows what I do on that floor. He knows how I create extra possessions. I think that's why he kept me in.
Jahmai, in your career, you've been a part of SEC championships, regular season tournament. You've been in teams that have won NCAA games. But this was kind of different, this moment. How do you think you'll look back at this? Where do you think this moment will kind of rank in your time here?
I think it's one of those games where you'll never forget, and it's definitely one of those games where I hope sticks with Tennessee history forever. I hope it's something that remains in fans' hearts. Seeing the effort, seeing the impact that I was able to leave on the floor, not for me, but for the team and for the fans, and to go out there, I do everything I can for them. And I think, and I'm hoping this is something that will be remembered forever with Tennessee basketball.
Grant and Ryan.
Jordan, Alabama got up 9 there in the second half. It feels like you guys kind of slowed it down and steadied yourself. What's the conversations like on the floor in that moment when y'all are trying to win pretty?
It's funny. I don't remember getting beaten up by 9. In the huddles, we don't really look at the score. We just chip away. Like, we know what we got to do, what we're not doing well. We understand, like, if we won or lost in 4 minutes, but we just stick with the game plan, is keep attacking, keep getting stops, and getting out and playing a little more fast, and just doing what we do. And when we stick to the script and do what we do and do what we practice every single day, we're gonna be fine.
One of 80's threes.
Jahmai, how significant was what Jordan gave y'all offensively, especially when Zakai was battling that foul trouble in the first half?
Boy, he's cold, bro. He's cold. I mean, I guard him all the time in practice. I tell people this all the time, that he doesn't get the credit as a scorer as he should get. He's one of those guys that can run off 6-8 points straight, and you really can't do nothing by it. He's a 3-level scorer. He can score at the 3, he can score in the mid-range, he can get to the rim, he can draw fouls. He's just one of those players that is hard to game plan for. And so when he went on that run, there was a couple times I was like, dang, that's a tough shot, and it went in. So I was like, okay, we're giving JG the ball now. But we're confident in his abilities. We know how much he works. He works just as hard as anybody on the team. And he knows how much he puts into his game, but we believe in him just as much as he believes in himself. And I think when he had the ball and he had it going, Chaz knew, Z knew, I knew that we were going to get JG the ball, and I think he was able to create and keep us into the game, towards the end.
Last 3, Camille, Wes, and Reese.
Jordan, how special was it for you guys to celebrate Jahmai, a guy that doesn't always get the praise, but I'm sure it felt like that moment that, okay, finally, he gets the credit that he deserves.
It's amazing because, not many people know Shaq put in a ton of work over the summer, and just seeing it all pay off and just like him make that last shot, just feel like a weight lift off his shoulders. See Shaq just staring into the crowd, it's just amazing. And it's just a surreal moment, and just seeing him enjoy every single bit of it is just something amazing because this is every kid's dream. Rivalry game Saturday, you got Dick Vitale commentating the game, and you hit a game winner, yeah. It's something amazing. So I'm just excited for him and just being able to, live out one of his dreams.
Jordan, the way that role that you have when Zakai, the rare times when he's in foul trouble and he's not able to stay on the floor for his normal, 36 minutes, how much more comfortable are you in that role than maybe you would have been in the past? And what was your confidence level, in a situation like that, running the point going into the season?
Now I became more comfortable and I feel more ready than ever this year because I go against him every single day in practice, and just being able to battle with him since April last year. Even Shaq knows we were in here playing one-on-one for 3 hours a day, just going at each other. And whenever we scrimmage each other over the summer, we're not friends. No one's friends in those scrimmages. It's a constant battle. And just being able to translate those days to real game times is paid off. And just being able to not just see myself grow and be more comfortable in those roles, especially from last year to this year, it's just been a great step.
Looking back here, how have you become so elite as a mid-range shooter? Because that's usually a shot that you don't, unless you're really efficient.
My dad always told me that was the best shot I had. So, and I always repped it ever since I was a little kid, and just been able to, develop my game to where I can get to it different ways and different kind of footwork. And it doesn't matter if it's off the catch, off the dribble, off a ball screen. Just being able to get to my spot, and as I've developed my game, that's the biggest key. Getting to my spots and raising up and shooting I'm comfortable with it.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, guys.